G'day guys, today we are looking at strategies for identifying missing numbers in number sequences. We have a number sequence down the bottom, 6, 8, 10, a missing number, 14, a missing number, 18, and then 20. To identify the missing numbers, this is what I do when I'm looking at a number string. I first say to myself, is the number sequence increasing or decreasing? Well, if I look around the missing number, I can see if I look around one of the missing numbers, I can see that there's 14 and 18, and I know that 18 is 4 more than 14. So therefore, my pattern must be increasing. If I look at the start of the string, I can see that we have 6, 8, 10, which is going upwards, it's increasing. Then what I like to do is, okay, now that I know that my number sequence is increasing, what I like to say to myself is, what pattern can I see? Well, I can see 6, 8, 10. And if we cast our mind back to a previous video, we know that the number pattern, the 6, 8, 10, belongs to a 2's pattern. Therefore, my number sequence is increasing by 2's. So if my number sequence is increasing, and it's increasing by 2's, then my missing number after 10 must be 12. And my missing number after 14 must be 16. Because if I look at the ones place value, I can see that 14, we have 14, and then we have 18 on the other side of the missing number. In my number pattern, I know that my 2's pattern goes 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. If I know I have 14, my next number must be 16, because it's a 6 in the ones place value column. So my missing numbers are 12 and 16, and I know because my number sequence is increasing and it follows a 2's pattern. Let's look at a second example. Here's a number string that has 24, and then I have a missing number, 30, 32, 34, missing number, 38. How do I identify my three missing numbers? Okay, so once again, I look at my numbers around the missing numbers. I can see that from 24 to 30, okay, the numbers are increasing. 30, 32, 34, my numbers are increasing. My string is increasing from 24 to 38. So what pattern can I see? So I'm going to look to the ones column of each number, and I can see that there's a 0, 2, 4. So I'm thinking to myself that the very last missing number must be 36, because it follows a 2's pattern. So if I know that my number sequence follows a 2's pattern, then from 24 I must have 26 and then 28. And I know 2 more after 28 must be 30. So the first thing I like to do is I like to identify whether my pattern is increasing or decreasing. And then I like to have a look and to identify the number sequence and whether the pattern, I already know the pattern that I am looking at. So for today, I can say that I'm looking at a 2's pattern because I can see in the ones column a 0, 2, 4. All right, let's have a look at another example. The next two examples we can see is the green missing numbers and the yellow missing numbers. If we have a look at the green missing numbers, we can see that that number string has a missing number, 48, 50, missing number, 54, missing number, and then 60. If I look around my missing numbers, I can see the numbers 50 and 54. And I know 54 is 4 more than 50, so my number sequence is increasing. It's increasing in value each time. And I can see that from 48 to 50, there is an increase of 2. It's a plus 2. So that gives me an indication that maybe my number pattern is increasing by 2's. So I can see that I have 50 and then a missing number and then 54. I know that if I, say for example, put 52 in that missing position, I could have 48, 50, 52, 54. And that follows a 2's pattern. So I think that my missing numbers, my very first missing number must be 46. My second missing number must be 52. My third missing number must be 56. And my fourth missing number must be 58. If I look at the yellow number sequence, once again, let's follow our rules. Does the pattern increase? 24, 26, and then 32. Yes, it's increasing. my number pattern is increasing each time. Okay, so now that I've seen that my number pattern is increasing, I can see the number string of 32, 34, 36. So I know that there is a 2, a 4, and a 6 in the ones column. Therefore, my number string is increasing by a pattern of 2s. So I could reasonably assume that the missing numbers on my yellow string are, well, start with 24, 26, 28 is my first missing number, 30 must be my second missing number, 32, 34, 36, and then my last missing number must be 38 because it follows a 2's pattern.